Beyoncé's coffee shop surprise. It was a typical Tuesday, and there I was at the local coffee shop, trying to decide whether to go for a caramel macchiato or a plain black coffee. Suddenly, the door swung open with the kind of drama you'd expect in a Quentin Tarantino movie, and in walked none other than Beyoncé herself. Yes, Queen Bey, in the flesh. And she looked directly at me, breaking the fourth wall of my mundane caffeine saga. "If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it," she quipped, pointing at the solitary ring on my finger. I chuckled nervously, realizing I was about to have the most surreal coffee run of my life. As she approached, the reality of the situation hit me like a plot twist in a Christopher Nolan film. Beyoncé sat down at my table and asked, "Are you ready for this jelly?" Referring, of course, to the freshly baked scones at the counter. My mind raced as I tried to process the fact that I was sharing a table with the woman who once told the world to get in formation. I could almost hear the entire coffee shop holding its collective breath, waiting to see what I'd do next. My heart pounded like the bass in a Destiny's Child track. The conversation flowed as smoothly as her vocals, and I found myself confiding in her about my everyday struggles, balancing work, life, and finding time to keep up with her discography. She listened intently, nodding with the kind of empathy you'd expect from someone who's conquered the world stage. "You know," she said with a knowing smile, "even I have days where I feel like I woke up like this, flawless, but then I spill coffee on my white outfit." It was comforting to know that even Beyoncé had her off days, and suddenly my own seemed a little less daunting. As our impromptu coffee date came to an end, she stood up, looked me directly in the eyes, and said, "Always stay gracious, best revenge is your paper." With that sage advice hanging in the air, she sashayed out of the coffee shop, leaving me with a story that would become my favorite anecdote for years to come. I sat there, sipping my now cold coffee, feeling like I had just experienced a masterclass in living life unapologetically. The barista handed me my receipt with a grin, saying, "Looks like you got a lot more than a caffeine fix today."